Are we? Is this focused? Waiting for this camera to focus. Waiting for my brain to focus. That 4 p.m. coffee hit's different. Ooh, I'm so hyped to talk about it. What's up, beautiful people? So happy to share with you today. I hope you guys are doing good, but obviously if you clicked on this video, you might not be doing good if you just got diagnosed with an injury. And as a dancer, that is the worst. Sending so much love to you right now. Okay, I know I'm very hyped about talking about quite a sad subject, but I promise I just have a lot of information, so it's better that I'm hyped so I can just give it to you and give you some hope, okay? There is hope. You are gonna make it through this. Mama Roxie is here to show you the way. I'm gonna help you out so that you don't make some of the same mistakes and slow down your recovery process like I did, because recovery is possible. Take it from someone who got told by doctors that they would never dance again and that they were gonna be screwed and their only option was pain medicine for the rest of my life. Good times, good memes. Okay, so it is possible to recover no matter what your diagnosis is, and it is possible to get back to dancing, to get back to what you love, or just get back to an active life. This will help anyone that's going through any sort of injury recovery, or maybe you just had surgery or something. You've got to take some time off from being active, and it's gonna be a huge life change. Not gonna lie to you guys, there's gonna be a lot of things in your daily routine, your habits that you're gonna have to change up if you want to get better, faster, and then be more strong and badass than you were before you got injured, okay? We wanna come out of this stronger, right? And it's hard as a dancer because it's like, oh my God, you take 2 weeks off and like all your technique and strength is gone. So like, I know it's such a struggle, but like I promise you guys, follow these steps and I will take you to victory and you'll get back to dancing and have a better relationship with your body. First step. So you have gotten injured. No matter what injury it is, you might know what happened. It might be a mystery. For me, I just woke up one day and was like, I can't bend over and everything hurts. And first thing that I would suggest is go to multiple doctors, multiple professionals to get an opinion on what it is if you don't know what you're injured with, because oh my gosh, I spent like 4 months after I got injured and was like not dancing, going around to different doctors, and no one could figure out what was wrong with me. And it took about 5-ish months before I got a like legit diagnosis of what was wrong with me. So go around, try out different doctors. Don't just take any one person's like word for what it might be like right off the bat. Because sometimes like the first doctor I went to, they were like, oh yeah, you're just take some ibuprofen, you're good. And then like another one was like, oh, it's because of your pelvis alignment, it's causing all these issues. There was just so many different ideas of what it could be, but finally I went to the right doctor and got an MRI and found out what I had, which was some disc issues in my low back. So just make sure you've covered all your bases, that you've gotten like the MRIs and x-rays or, you know, exams, whatever you need, because it might not always be the first thing that someone diagnoses you with. And if you get the wrong diagnosis and try to like move forward from that, you could just end up making the process longer and worse for yourself. So just make sure you know what is going on and what's causing the pain before you get started on the recovery process. And then going off of that, get multiple opinions on how to recover, okay? And what the recovery time is gonna look like and what your treatment options are. Don't just follow blindly whatever one doctor might say when there is a whole world of like different healing modules out there. When I finally got diagnosed and found out what it was that I had, the doctors told me when I was 18, like young, that I was gonna be living with this kind of pain the rest of my life, that I really shouldn't try dancing again, and like pain medication is gonna be the best option for me. And I was like, no thank you, like I would like to have hope in my life. So I ended up going to like different massage therapists, did some rolling, which if you haven't heard of rolling, definitely check it out. different like PT, did my own research. I did have to end up getting some steroid shots in my back just because I was in so much pain, but like doctors I've noticed can be kind of, they just want to like scare you a little bit, and if they give you a really bad diagnosis of like this is it for you, don't let that get you down, because there's more options. Work with people who believe in you, work with people who want to help you get back to where you want to be, because there are ways to do it. There are so many different healing modalities, both Eastern and Western healing things that can really help, especially if you pair a lot of things together. Like, it's usually not going to be just one thing to help you out. You usually have to combine a bunch of different things, which leads me to those things that can help you get better. So physical well-being needs to be a priority right now for your healing. Your body is probably going through a traumatic time right now. Injuries are trauma to the body, so you really need to be compassionate and gentle with yourself. Like, rest. I know this is so hard as a dancer, and this was like the hardest thing for me, going from being super active, dancing 6 hours a day, rehearsals, shows, just like being active, to having to like just lie around and rest. That was probably the worst part. I was just like, I want to move. But I promise, if you aren't gentle on your body and you don't take that time to rest and to find stillness, honey, you're just gonna drag out the process. So I know it's tough, but like, rest is so important right now. And then while you're resting, get some body work. Try getting a massage if it's safe to do so. Try getting acupuncture. Try rolfing, which is like an integrative, like kind of fascia muscle. I'm not gonna try and explain it because I'm gonna not do it justice, but it's a really amazing like healing modality that helped me a lot. Give your body some love, okay? There's a lot of things that can happen when you're injured where your muscles are most likely gonna tense up. Not only are you not moving, you're not being as active, but when the body has that kind of trauma and stress in it, the muscles around that are gonna like tighten up in like a protective way. It's just the nature of our body to want to kind of tighten up out of like that survival fight or flight instinct around the injury. Getting some like massage work could be really helpful. That's what I did with my back. Like, getting a massage made such a world of difference in helping my muscles realize that like, okay, the initial shock of the injury is over and we are in recovery period. We are safe. It is time to relax and to let go, because if we have muscles that are super tight chronically and that becomes a habit, even after the injury is over, they could stay like that. So the fascia and the muscles need some help sometimes to realize that like, oh, everything's okay. We're safe. Like, to relax so that they aren't starting to pull you into weird like other alignment issues, which could cause further injuries. So just like, take care of your body. Go to the spa. Like, now is the time to really treat your body well and try to help it relax as much as possible. Take a bath, get some Epsom salts, like treat yourself. Now is the time to do that. Also, your diet is going to be really important during this whole period of recovery. Reducing inflammation has to be a priority. If you are eating a lot of processed fast food, and honey, I know when you are sad and bummed, you're like, I just need some ice cream right now, and try and eat as much like fresh produce, vegetables, fruits, proteins, drink lots of water, try to cut out like soda and fast food and processed food and lots of sugar, because that is just going to add to inflammation to your body and slow the recovery process, okay? You want to be eating clean. This is like time for purifying the body so that it can move through and recover faster. But if you're just eating a bunch of junk, it's just going to slow down your whole system from recovering. Okay, if it is safe to do so, find some movement that you can do. So if you have an injury in your shoulder, get your squat game going strong. Do those lunges. Start working on conditioning like your core and your glutes and your legs. If your low back or like your knee or something is injured, get those arm muscles going. Like, there's stuff you can do that is gonna be safe you know, to not bother that injured part of your body, that can still keep you active so you don't lose all of your conditioning. Also, trying some gentle yoga can be really good, really beneficial. Obviously, everyone's situation is going to be so different, so you have to do what's right for you. Check with your doctor, check with your different healers that you're seeing, what they think could be good, but also listen to your body. If something hurts, back up off, don't do that. But if something is feeling good and like bringing you some relief, like do that. Yoga can be a great way to help the healing process. And yoga isn't just movement. Yoga is also breath work. Yoga is meditation. Yoga is body scanning. It can be very, very gentle and very still. Don't even get me started on all the benefits of yoga. You'll know what I'm about. As you start to progress in your recovery, you're to that point where you're starting to feel better. Still don't jump into dancing right away. Like, the worst thing you can do is feel like, oh, I feel better, and then you dance and just push it a little too far, and then you're back to square one. Like, I did that so many times. I just got so eager and was like, oh, I just want to dance, like, please, I can do it, I feel fine. And then the next day, wrecked. Err on the side of caution in any kind of movement that you're doing. Getting a PT routine is something that would be really beneficial for when you get back into dancing. Like, we want to be building those good, healthy movement habits so that we don't repeat the injury. Say it with me, y'all. Building them good, healthy movement habits, okay? So when you're in recovery, if you can learn or start to understand what kind of movement you were doing before that over time led to an injury or led to some instability in your body, like, now is the time to like really take a step back and look at how you move. Are you someone who's really flexible, but then you aren't as strong, so you've got a lot of instability in your body because you're not equally strong as you are flexible? Are you holding yourself, your posture, in some certain way that's just ingrained in your body that could be causing issues? Like, do you have one side of your body that's stronger than the other side? There's so many things that could be over time. Unless it was like an injury, like someone dropped you or you fell and like broke a bone, that's one thing. But most dance injuries come from some sort of structural imbalance that has over time just caused things to move out of place or get worn down or hurt or something. You know what I mean? Like, it usually has to do more with our daily movement habits and how we hold ourselves and where we're strong and where we're weak. And so we want to balance out all of the body so that when you get back into dancing, you're not just repeating the same mistakes and then having the same injury again, right? Like, we want to move forward from this and never have to deal with that BS again, right? Last thing for taking care of your physical self during this process is to send lots of healing thoughts to your body. Your mind has such a powerful impact on the body, it's insane. The difference in your mindset between, oh, this sucks, like I'm just gonna be injured, and like, oh, my body's so weak and frail, and I'm gonna heal, my body is strong, I have vitality, like I am going to get better. The difference in those mind patterns is going to be the difference in how slow or fast or successful your recovery is. Like, send love to your body. Body needs to relax, send all the love, send gratitude, even though it might be hard right now and you're just like frustrated with your body. Gotta be compassionate. You gotta have that positive healing energy radiating through you so that your body will feel that and it will just amplify the healing process. And on that note, we'll jump over to emotionally handling an injury. I want to save this for last because the emotional part of injury recovery and just dealing with an injury is probably going to be the hardest hurdle to get over. That was definitely the hardest part for me. Like, healing from an injury is just as much of an emotional healing recovery journey as it is a physical one. So it's really, really important to take care of our mental and emotional state right now. Healing is not a straight line. It is a freaking roller coaster. Some days are great and some days are such lows, and that's just how it is. Like, I wish I could sugarcoat it for you, but being injured as a dancer, especially when your career and what you love is on the line, it's one of the hardest things you can go through. It's such an identity crisis almost. You're like, if I'm not a dancer, like, what am I? At least that's what I went through, and a lot of dancers who have dedicated their life to dance and then have to stop kind of go through like a crisis like that. So just know that it is normal to feel whatever kind of feelings come up, what kind of fears, frustration, anger, confusion, it is all gonna hit, honey. But there are so many tools out there to help you cope with them and not push them down, okay? Because we want to process the emotions as well. Just feel what you need to feel, let it out, scream, and talk to people. Talk to your trusted friends and families. Don't hold it all inside. Be courageous enough to admit that you are struggling. If you are, you just don't want to hold that in your body. Remember, this is a purifying, healing process. So be true with your emotions, be vulnerable, be raw, like have the courage to face the ups and downs, because here's the thing, we can only feel joy and happiness as deeply as we have also felt pain and sorrow. So it's only something that's going to make you a stronger and more deep human. On another note, don't isolate yourself. I definitely isolated myself from friends and other dancers. I didn't really let too many people on about what I was actually going through, just because, I don't know, it was something that I was really sad about. I was like, how could this be me? Like, I've always been so healthy, like I've been, you know, doing great, and now I'm like injured and can't even do anything. I don't know, for some reason I had like a lot of like shame about it, so I wasn't really open to with people of how much I was like internally struggling, and I would kind of just isolate myself. And I would say, just don't do that. That is a dangerous hole to go down, of just you alone with your sad thoughts. Like, hang out with your friends, like go outside, talk to people, like FaceTime people, you know, if you've got a lot of downtime, like talk to some people that you haven't talked to in a while. And that is going to be so important in keeping you mentally healthy and happy. Remind yourself that life is still good. There's still lots of people out there that love and care about you. You don't need the approval of the applause or the stage or the gratification of being a dancer to know that you are worthy and that you are loved. This just might be me, but honestly, take a break from watching like dance shows. Don't go to any dance shows. Don't watch dance videos obsessively on Instagram, and don't scroll through different dancers' pages and feeds, because it is just going to shove that knife deeper into you emotionally. I thought I could handle it, and I went to a dance show. Oh god, it was the worst. I had to leave like halfway through because I just wanted to be there dancing so bad. It just like wrenched the knife even deeper into my heart, knowing that I couldn't do that. That just really was hard on me, and I don't think I needed to put myself through that. So I'm not saying like to avoid your feelings, but just give yourself a little break. Step back and just be with yourself, because that is that comparative energy that is out there on Instagram. Trust me on that. Just take a break, watch something else for a little bit. Now is the time, as I was saying, like treat yourself physically, but like this is the time to boost that self-care game. Like this is the time to start meditating, to start breath work, to start journaling, to start really taking care of yourself, to really take care of yourself emotionally and spiritually, like whatever that means to you. Find different ways to express yourself artistically. Maybe get into like some visual art or music or something. Get out into nature. Something that is going to make you feel cared for and just in a better headspace. Like self-care is so important right now, and it's really easy to slack on if you're just sad and bummed, but like you have this opportunity right now to really face some different parts of yourselves that you maybe don't face a lot, and to just really get to know yourself on a deeper level. And I promise you, you are going to come out of this even more in touch and in love with who you are as a person, and you're going to come out stronger because of this. So right now is really the time to face yourself and to be compassionate and loving, and really put yourself and your relationship with yourself first here. And I have some meditations on my channel that you can do that I will link below that are for igniting that inner self-love. On that note of self-love and self-care is to forgive yourself, forgive your body, be compassionate. Do not hold anger or resentment in your body. Don't blame your body for getting injured. The blame game is not one that is going to help you thrive at all. Shit happens, especially as a dancer. It's just kind of part of the dance world right now until, like, hopefully in the future things will start to change and dance teachers and the dance culture will start to like take dancers' health and injury reduction more seriously. But right now, being a dancer, it's hard. It could happen to anyone, so don't blame yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. Don't hate on your body. It does so much good for you every day to keep you alive and keep you healthy. So just be compassionate and loving towards yourself and just trust this process. Like, I know it might be so easy to just slip into that victim mentality of just like, why me? Why did this have to happen? But like, maybe it was a blessing in disguise. Maybe you needed like a break or a pause to step back and reevaluate. Maybe this is gonna open up new opportunities for you somehow. Like, you never know, one door closes, another door opens, and you're going to learn so much about yourself and your body, and you're gonna be healthier after this. So, I don't know what this accent is, but it really just came to me in the moment. Really just feeling the passion. Just trust the process, like be patient, it is all going to work out, you are going to heal, and that's the mentality that you need to have throughout this whole process. You are strong, you are strong, you are gonna get through this victoriously and be so much more in control and in connection with yourself and your body. You are going to look back on this one day with gratitude and be like, wow, I learned so much and it helped me grow so much as a person that I would have otherwise never experienced. And pain, that adds to your depth as an artist. Just trust the process, okay? I promise you guys, no matter what your diagnosis is, no matter how long the recovery time is, if you're meant to be a dancer, you are going to find a way to get back to it, okay? Who you are is more than just a dancer. So even if this one thing in your life is kind of shut off at the moment, there's so many other pathways and opportunities out there. Sending you all the strength and love and healing energy. Woo! I believe in y'all. If you need any support or have any questions about any of the healing things that I did, or like other little tips and tricks, or you just want to talk and need some support, hit me up anytime. Please like and subscribe. Find me on Instagram for all the dance, health, and well-being content that your little heart could desire. We have new yoga videos coming out every week, all with original music made for dancers' well-being. So thanks y'all for being here. Wishing you the best on your recovery. I believe in you. We'll see you next time. Mwah! Much love.